I don't know if that's quite right, Kyle. If something exists, then like yes, it's true that that thing exists. But what I'm contesting is the inference from the Ten Commandments exist to therefore a divine mind created the Ten Commandments. That's what I'm looking for justification for.
Yeah,
No,
I think those are
spiritual,
doing a
a spiritual
generalization.
deity, you would call it a spiritual deity because Yah is a
Okay.
spirit.
Yeah.
All right,
So
it's
the
a
Ten
spirit.
Commandments exist, therefore a spiritual deity created them. What's the argument for that?
Yeah. So the define of deity is like a god,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I get
All
that.
right. So
Yeah.
all right. So the origin of the Ten Commandments came from the source of God Himself.
Yeah, that's
Just to
reasserting
show
the
you the.
claim. What's the argument for the
Okay.
claim?
There's no argument. There's no argument of
Okay.
the fact.
Okay. So you're just wasting my time then. If you don't
I'm
have an
not wasting
argument, then why are
time
you asserting it?
because Michael, you gave the question.
I asked you how you get from the inference from the Ten Commandments exist to therefore spiritual deity exists, and you just said you don't have an argument for that. So you can't give me the inference from the Ten Commandments existing to therefore spiritual deity exists. You just said that you can't do it.
No, Michael,
Yeah,
listen what you
you
just
did.
stated to me. Listen to what you just stated to me.
So
All right.
I
Yahweh,
listened.
we all heard what he said. We're gonna keep this on track, right? You have two, like Michael made this very, very clear. You're making a claim, right? You're saying that the Ten Commandments exist, and if they exist, it's in virtue of the fact that there's a divine spirit mind. And now we're asking for what's the argument that gets you from one to the other? And you're saying that there isn't an argument. So you're saying that there's nothing that justifies that conclusion.
The justification of the Ten Commandments itself is Israel, right now.
You're not tracking.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're not
Israel.
tracking.
There's no Bible without the Ten Commandments.
What's the
Let me ask
No,
you,
that's
justification?
Yahweh.
that's
Yeah, hold
What's the
on.
justification?
Yeah, that's literally what I was going to ask him. What he thinks
Yeah,
justification is.
there's no Torah without the Ten Commandments. Regardless, I
What's
don't care.
justification? What's justification?
The,
yeah. What's the
the
justification for that?
justification is the Ten
No,
Commandments.
no, no,
That's
no, no,
not
no.
justification.
No.
Not what is the justification. What is justification?
We want to make sure
Of
we're
what?
not talking past
Of
each
what?
other.
Of the Ten
What
No,
when
in
he
Commandments.
when
general, the
no.
concept.
What do
What
you?
does
Yeah, the
justification mean to
concept.
you?
Yeah.
On the topic, which is the Ten Commandments that Michael gave,
No.
showed us.
No.
Asking.
Yahweh.
We are
Just in
asking
general,
in
what do
general.
you take? What do you take if somebody says, "I'm justified in X," right? What does that word mean to you?
Okay, one of you guys stated that you were just
No,
fooling
no,
me.
no, 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 no. You're gonna either get kicked off or you're gonna answer. Like we're not gonna do this, right? It's really simple. We got to make sure we're not talking past each other. Our whole concern is what justifies this. We want to know how you're getting to the conclusion, right? That I have this shitty country music playing behind me. By the way, it's so terrible. But anyway, we want to know how you're actually getting to uh, the conclusion, right? From an argument, presumably. We want some justification. Now, we in order to not talk past each other, we want to know what you mean by justification. So just tell us what you think the word justification means.
Like if I say that I'm justified in believing that I have eggs in my refrigerator, what do I mean when I say that I'm justified in believing that?
Okay, the topic is of justification is the Ten Commandments, right? So you
Yeah,
said
but yeah. Yeah, so
justify
what is
the
yeah,
ten.
so
Yes.
Why,
yeah. No, that
why
is
are
the
you?
topic. You're right. No, you're right. We're not moving off the topic. We're staying on the topic, but the topic is what justifies that there's a divine mind that created the Ten Commandments, and we need to know what you mean by justification, because you're not. You seem to think you're providing justification, but you're not. So it could be that we're operating under a different assumption of what we mean by justification. So it's important to figure that out so we can move forward in the conversation. So I just want to know what you think it means to be justified in believing something.
Okay, of the Ten Commandments. All
Of
right. Now
anything,
the act.
anything, just in
Okay.
general.
The, I'm keeping it.
Just in.
I'm keeping it on topic. You
But
guys
Oh
keep
my
no.
God.
negating. Can I respond without you guys cut me
You
off?
no, you can respond. You can respond if you actually answer my question and not answer a
I
different
am.
question.
I
No, you're
am.
not.
You
My
asked me.
question is in general. What does justification mean? In general, that's my question. Answer that question.
Okay, I'm acting on showing you of the Ten Commandments. You say what's the definition of justification of the Ten Commandments of the action of the Ten Commandments?
But
Do
we're
you think
Okay,
that?
asking.
thou shalt not. Okay,
Uh,
don't bear. You cannot bear false witness.
what?
Period. Perjury in court. Can you do perjury in court?
Can you answer the question?
Dude, what
I
we're what,
am. You say give
No,
me a
you're not.
definition.
You're not. You don't
Of,
even know what the question is. Repeat the question back to me. What is? No, no, that's not what I asked you. I did not ask you for. That's the
Michael,
question.
you Michael, you gave the question earlier about the ten to show you proof of the Ten Commandments, right?
There is one question on the table. Answer that one. Not some question from
Yes,
earlier today.
Michael.
That answer the question.
our question is, what is justification? So we're on the same page. So then we can get into that. The previous
Okay,
conversation. Just what is justification? And if we all have the
justification of
same
the Ten
thing, we
action,
can continue.
justification of the Ten Commandments.
No.
Oh, please tell
Okay,
me.
but if you do everybody know the definition of the justification. I'm giving the
Well,
topic of the
then,
Ten Commandments
no,
of actions.
no. If everybody
Justification,
knows, then just say it. Just say it.
justify the Ten Commandments of an action of a deed. If you
What?
don't steal,
Dude, what the hell are you
justification of
talking
what?
about?
You're just
Justification of
listing.
stealing. Justification,
No.
bro. You say give you a definition, so
If
I'm giving you
if
I'm giving you an understanding just definition of
no,
justification.
you're not. So if for a belief, if you hold a belief, I hold the belief that trees exist. Am I justified in holding that belief? What does it mean to say that I'm justified in holding a belief? Not in relation to the Ten
Okay,
Commandments, just
now
in general.
what caused the tree to exist, Michael?
What?
Justification. What justified the tree to exist?
No, that would be
Okay, I
causation,
got.
not justification. That's a different
Okay,
thing
What do you?
okay,
entirely.
What do you?
okay.
What is
All
going
right.
on?
Bro,
Michael,
this
you
guy's
asked me to give
killing
you a
me.
definition of justification. I'm trying to give you a
Yes.
logic, a reason of justification, but I gotta go. All right,
Okay.
I gotta go.
All right.
Okay.
Go.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you later.
Dude,
Oh my
dude,
God.
bro.